The Google Slides audience Q&A feature is a really useful tool to help us interact and engage with our students when using Google Meet. I found recently that the comments over here can get a little bit noisy throughout a lesson, and it makes it difficult for me to leave what I'm doing, what I'm presenting, sharing, demonstrating, to go and check on the Q&A. So a way around that is to present your slides but use the Q&A feature I will show you. Click on Present Now and select a window. I'm going to select the Meet here, as you can see. Now, once I'm sharing my Google Meet, I can go to a tab and I'll get a little notification there saying I'm presenting to everyone so they can see me look at my slides right now. And I can present. Now, I don't want them to see what's coming up next. So I'm going to click on the triangle to the right of Present. When I click on that, I get the option to select Presenter View. Select this. When you do this, you'll notice you get this second window appear on top. Now, if you're one of those lucky devils who's got a second monitor, here you can simply drag this presenter view over to your second or third monitor if you have a second or third monitor. If you're like me and have just the humble one screen, then you do this instead. Let's resize our windows. So click on the resize icon there, just to shimmy our space around like so. Now, this is the presenter view. If I had speaker notes, they would appear just here. But the thing I want to show you is this, Audience Tools. Now, Audience Tools enables me to have live Q&A with my students throughout the presentation that I am presenting with them. So, I can continue a recent Q&A if I've just done one or want to use one from another lesson, or I can start new. I'm going to start new. When I do that, you'll see I get a URL at the top here. Now, this URL or link is unique to this presentation. Now, I can type this in on my device if I choose to. Alternatively, I can choose to use a separate tab on my browser. So slides.app.goo.school / and then it's uppercase H, uppercase K, lowercase a, uppercase X. Now, when I run a search on that, I'll be sent momentarily to the Q&A feature. Now, I can see what my fellow students post here, and the teacher can see it as well. So I can choose to post within that throughout the lesson, not interrupting the actual presentation. So let's just say I'm presenting. I'm going through, deliver my objectives, talk about the research, contextualize it, give some examples to my students, work through them as a class, and let's just say I get to an opportunity for a question here. So I'm going to ask about symbolism within this image of Kendrick Lamar, for example. A student asked to pick up on the imagery in this may mention something along the lines of the M looks like devil horns, because it does. Doop. I've submitted that, and you'll see instantaneously it comes up here as well. Now, as I'm presenting, I can go through my example, I can annotate it as it were, and if I think, that's a really good point, actually, I'm going to bring that into the slide deck, I can select Present like so, and it brings in that comment and helps us to extend, consolidate, challenge, or just amplify the lesson using that student voice. As you can see, the students can upvote and downvote responses here, which is useful for asking the students to decide what they think is the best answer, best phrased answer, what's correct, what's incorrect. And this, as a tool, can be used all the way through our slide decks. And I can choose to integrate them as and when I feel it's appropriate. Now, this tool sits in Google Slides, and what's really nice about it is that when I've finished my presentation, let's just say I get to the end of my presentation, I can select through here. I can, at this point, choose to simply close down my second window there, and then I can go to my Meet and select Stop Presenting. When I select Stop Presenting, I can, at this point, wrap things up, and then I can close down the Meet. Now, what's really interesting is that this is featured now, whereby in Tools, in the presentation, there is a history of the Q&A after the actual lesson. So this is the one I did most recently. Let's open this one up. This one here. There you go. And my Q&A history sits there. So there's evidence there for any communication back and forth in the lesson as well. If you need help using the Q&A feature in Google Slides, please feel free to reach out to myself. We'll be, as always, more than happy to help you.